Alright guys, welcome back. Hidden Wisdom 2020 here. Today I'm going to show you undeniable proof that outer space is impossible. And the Bible proves it 100%. So here what I'm going to show you guys is that there are only 3 heavens in the Bible. There are 3 heavens in the Bible. There are 3 levels of heaven. Now, okay, so right here, the 3rd level is God's throne, okay? And below that is called the firmament. And in Genesis 1, it talks about this is also called heaven. These 3 are all called heaven. And then the bottom one, where our birds fly, is also called heaven. Now remember, these are all 3 heaven. Okay? Because in Genesis chapter 1, it talks about the generations of the heaven and the earth. So you have to remember there are 3 levels. Now, where you can find this is 2 Corinthians. 2 Corinthians. Start at chapter 12 and just read. And just go that way, okay? And I'm going to read that for you guys right now, just to prove that there are 3 heavens first in this teaching. It is not expedient for me, doubtless, to glory. I will come to visions and revelations of the Lord. This is the Apostle Paul speaking. I knew a man in Christ above 14 years ago, whether in the body I cannot tell, or whether out of the body I cannot tell. God knoweth, such an one caught up to the 3rd heaven. This is the 3rd heaven. Paul went, and now this is the 2nd heaven, which is the firmament, and this is the 1st heaven, where the birds fly. Okay? Now it says, and I knew such a man, whether in the body or out of the body, I cannot tell, God knoweth, how that he was caught up into paradise, and heard unspeakable words, which it is not lawful for a man to utter. Of such an one will I glory, yet of myself I will not glory, but in my infirmities. So I read those so that you can see that there are 3 heavens, and Paul was caught up to where God's throne is, the 3rd heaven, above the firmament and above the heaven where the birds fly. Now what I'm going to show you guys is how it is impossible for the cosmology that they teach us to be true. I'm going to Genesis chapter 1. Okay, now, Genesis chapter 1 verse 20 says this. And God said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl that may fly above earth in the open firmament of heaven. Okay, so the bird is above the earth. I know it's not a ball, but I'm using their cosmology to show you how ridiculous this is. So the bird is in the firmament, the open firmament of heaven. Okay, now, we know that there are 3 heavens. So we know the bird is in the 1st heaven. The 1st heaven next to earth. Now, it's in the firmament. Now, you know what else is in the firmament? Let's go back to verse 14 in Genesis 1. And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven, to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years, and let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven, where the birds are, in the firmament of the heaven, to give light upon the earth. And it was so. And God made 2 great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. Do you know what that's saying? That's saying that the sun and the moon are in the firmament of heaven, just like the bird. Problem. They're both in the firmament. Genesis chapter 1:20 says that the bird is in the firmament. Genesis chapter 1, verses 14 through around 17 say that the sun and the moon are in the firmament. Birds in outer space. That's what you have to have. Unless, guess what? Unless the Bible is true when it says that the firmament is spread out over the earth as a tent for us to dwell in. You cannot cover a ball like a tent, and the earth is flat. And this is the first heaven, the solid thing, which that's what firmament means, solid thing, is the second heaven. Whoops. And God's throne above is the third heaven. That's the only way that the Bible makes sense, because the bird and the sun and the moon are in the firmament. Hence, get it? In the firmament, inside the firmament. Unless you believe that they're birds flying in outer space, which doesn't make any sense.
John chapter 8, verse 32. And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
I'm here live right now from this incredible turn of events. It seems an outbreak of some sort is happening, while we have heard rumors of a virus apocalypse or vast zombies that would attack. And this is something entirely different, folks. People are literally transforming before our eyes into something new. Infected with what they're referring to as the Holy Spirit.
There's a virus that's been passed to the masses, growing contagious so that millions now have it. It's a disease without a cure or a serum, and there's no need for a vaccine or injection. There's no inoculation. I hope you all get it, that you spread it to your loved ones and friends. Get sick with it and give it to the kids who share it with their friends and bring it home to mom and dad and on again. It's a plague that can save you from sin and deception. I pray it invades and reshapes your vision. I play with these antonyms followed by synonyms, speak parables and awaken those listening. Wage spirit battles in the hearts of all doubters, gathering scenes, shouting louder and louder, reaching out, branching to all populations and planting the truth to cause transformation. What you're hearing is contagious. We got a sickness whose symptoms include a relentless pursuit of the truth. This infection is infectious. We warn you now, you listen at your own risk. You're hearing is contagious. We got a sickness whose symptoms include a relentless pursuit of the truth. This infection is infectious. We warn you now, you listen at your own risk.
Used to call me Black Plague, but all I ever do is spread truth and not death. Put knowledge in their heads, try to suppress me. With medicine called the media, change up the history books. Wikipedia lies, they be feeding you, be making you sick. Truth serum is the only real fix, and I'ma spread it all around like ticks. Spread the Lyme disease, contagious like germs every time that you sneeze. In the air that you breathe and portrayed in your lung, have the truth rolling off your tongue. This war has just begun, won't stop till the battle is won. Light of the world just like the sun. I'm a virus infecting the minds of the lost. Wake them up to the truth at all costs. Gonna spread all over the planet, cannot be silenced. Antichrist is the ultimate violent tyrant.
What you're hearing is contagious. We got a sickness whose symptoms include a relentless pursuit of the truth. This infection is infectious. We warn you now, you listen at your own risk. You're hearing is contagious. We got a sickness whose symptoms include a relentless pursuit of the truth. This infection is infectious. We warn you now, you listen at your own risk.
Critically think about the world that we live in. From the beginning, we've been lied to and tricked into sinning. The devil really thinks that he's winning. People bend morals and values to fit in. A truth that's so spread all over the land. Been derailed by the God of this world. From the plan, let the truth be told. It's time we take a stand. Spoon-fed lies from the media's hands, but you're soon gonna find for real. Like it or not, can't see anything in your views. A blind spot you forgot while you sit on the side. The world rocks. This song is like smoking on medicinal pot. It's a cure for I don't wanna know syndrome. You don't care about those flying over your home. FEMA got America split up in 10 zones, ignorant to the truth that the Bible's shown.
What you're hearing is contagious. We got a sickness whose symptoms include a relentless pursuit of the truth. This infection is infectious. We warn you now, you listen at your own risk. You're hearing is contagious. We got a sickness whose symptoms include a relentless pursuit of the truth. This infection is infectious. We warn you now, you listen at your own risk.
The symptoms include an overwhelming sense of peace and joy in pursuing truth. It's spreading worldwide, folks, like a virus through what they're calling the gospel. gospel message of Jesus Christ. This is an amazing scene now with people running through the streets, hugging, praying with one another, and praising God's name. This is just overwhelming to see